those are all.
Thank the Lord, this one is going to be so much easier because we only have to deal with 5 acquisitions versus 28 and the mess that is the Houston Texans. This one is the Philadelphia Eagles. It's still a mess, but nowhere even close to the mess that we just covered. The Eagles were the worst team in the worst division, going 4-11-1 when the best team in their division was 7-9. Anyway, obviously one of the big things, they got rid of Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz needed a change of scenery, so that was good. So Jalen Hurts is going to be their starter for the future, I'd assume. Biggest thing they need to address is wide receiver. They don't have any really good wide receivers, so drafting a nice young new one would be good. Obviously, there are a crap ton of wide receivers this year with Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, a bunch of good wide receivers, so they'll have their picks. They should have a decent selection at number 12 because they're going to be the number 12 pick because I believe they traded down.
Yes, they traded down with the Miami Dolphins and the Niners, Eagles, Dolphins trade essentially. It was more of just the Niners and Dolphins, and the Dolphins trade with the Eagles. But what the Eagles got in that trade was number 12, number 123, and a first rounder in next year from the Dolphins.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's very good for the pick. Yeah, no, I mean, and you're only trading down, 6 spots?
Yep. And there should still be an incredibly good receiver.
Yeah, so honestly, that's a really, really good trade for the Eagles.
Of course, in the Carson Wentz deal, they got a 2022 conditional second rounder next year from the Indy Colts, which could turn into a first rounder considering how much Carson Wentz actually plays. So essentially, if he stays healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a third rounder from the Colts this year. So they could potentially have 3 first rounders in next year's draft.
Which is really good. Good job on the Eagles. But obviously, we can go over the transactions now, which there are only 5.
Yeah, so I think the Eagles are definitely on their way up. Obviously, the major concern for the Eagles has always been the receiving core. They have 0 receivers, and this year, I think you have to take a receiver. You have basically moved on from Carson Wentz, which you pretty much needed to. Wentz was not doing anything. He was getting irritated. He wasn't playing well. So now you're moving on to Jalen Hurts and just hoping that will go well, which I don't really know if it will. He wasn't bad at the end of last year. He was halfway decent, so I'm just curious how it'll go. But they have signed his mentor. They signed Wacko Flacco to a 1-year deal.
I was about to say, worst comes to worst, even if Jalen Hurts flames out, if they do have 2 or 3 first-round picks next year, they should be good. I like Jalen Hurts, though. Jalen Hurts is just a pure fiery competitor. And he's one who does what the team needs. He'll gladly take a back seat. He proved that at Alabama. He gladly took a back seat in the 2018 championship to Tua. And then Tua came out and absolutely blew the cap out of that game and threw that game-winning touchdown against Georgia. So he's willing to step back. So that's what I like about Hurts.
Yeah, I think the Eagles will be a danger. I think the Eagles can be a dangerous team in the coming in the coming years.
As dangerous
Not this year,
as a team from the NFC East can be. So that's to say 9-7 is dangerous.
Well, I mean, the NFC East might not be as bad as it will be in the coming years. But all of them are starting to get better. Honestly, I like the Giants a lot this coming year. I like the Giants to break out. But anyways, the Eagles, obviously, Joe Flacco signed to a 1-year deal with them for $3.5 million. Hassan Ridgeway, a defensive tackle, has signed with them. Eric Wilson, a 1-year deal, almost $3.5 million as well, linebacker. Andrew Adams, a safety, has re-signed with them, and then Anthony Harrison, a 1-year deal for $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all.
Yeah, I mean, not a crazy amount of acquisitions, but honestly, this team, their record is very deceiving because a lot of those games, they were very competitive. I mean, look at this. I mean, you got the Washington, 27-17. You lost to the Steelers.
Where you're up 17-0.
Yeah. You lost to the Steelers. You lost to the Steelers by only 9. You lost to the Ravens by 2 points. 22-17 and 23-17 against the Browns and the Seahawks. 33-26 against the Cardinals. They were in most of their games, just could not win.
Well, and obviously the major issue has always been receiving core. It has never been healthy or good. So they haven't really had anyone in there to really do things. Of course, Zach Ertz has been their tight end. It's likely he'll be traded somewhere else, but they still have, what's his Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's been an upcoming tight end for him. I think he'll be taking over, and Zach Ertz will, sooner rather than later, I think, move out. I think they're just getting a little irritated with their attention to Dallas Goedert, but Philly's definitely is on the upswing in my opinion. They need a receiving core. If they can get some decent receivers in the draft and then maybe pick up one or two, Antonio Brown's still available. So I don't know. Sign Antonio Brown as a mentor to your young guys that you get in the drafts. I think that's a really smart move for. Oh, well, he doesn't think so.
Antonio Brown might be a good receiver. I don't want him being a mentor. I don't want any of his influence rubbing off on my young guys.
Well, I'm saying skill set.
I feel like there's too much.
Brown has a skill set. He doesn't have the personality. I don't want that personality on top.
Which is scary to risk for the mentor. But I see what you're saying. But
anyways, I think the Eagles definitely are going to be significantly better. Outside of receiving core, I think another focus will be on the defensive end because they got some holes on the defense. A couple holes, so I think they'd have to address at least a couple of those in the draft as much as possible. But the Eagles are in a very good position, in my opinion. They're definitely a team that will be much better in a few years.
Yeah, I mean that's really all we got to say about the Eagles. Draft a receiver, and like we say for every team, besides the Texans, because the Texans we say sorry, hope you feel better, fans. Good luck, Philadelphia Eagles, and hope you all have a great season and a great off season. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.